Very good morning, cadets. Today, let us review the chapter Understanding Criminal Justice System. Understanding our criminal justice system. This chapter is a part of your PT3 examination, which is scheduled from 21st of January. We already discussed about this chapter in detail when the regular class was on, but for your better understanding and examination purpose, today let us revise the chapter number 6, Understanding our Criminal Justice System. In this chapter, we are going to study about how the criminal justice system works in India and how different stakeholders are involved in the criminal justice system, and what is the role of police, lawyer, judge in the criminal justice system. So we will quickly revise those topics. So in the criminal justice system, a person who is arrested by the court is called accused. So a person who is accused means a person who is arrested by the police on charges of any criminal case. But the police cannot declare him as a guilty. Declaring guilty is the role of a judge. So in Indian Constitution it very clearly says that every person means every accused person should be given fair trial to prove his innocence. So in this system of judgment, we are going to discuss about FIR. There's a first information report. How this FIR plays a crucial role in the criminal justice system. Hope things clear till now. So the chapter begins with the storyboard. Storyboard where Mr. Sinde and Mrs. Sinde and her maid, their maid Shanti. So missing of gold chain. Sinde go and complains to the police station. So Mr. Sinde has come to the police station and I have come to file an FIR. There have been a theft in my house. My maid Shanti has stolen too. Here S.I. Rao writes the FIR. So S.I. Rao writes the FIR, and after that he proceed with the next proceedings of arresting Shanti and also arresting Shanti's brother Sushil. Sushil was forcibly kept in the jail, in the police custody for 2 days, but since police could not trace anything, they left him, but Shanti was still there in the police custody because even though she was granted bail, but there was no person to stand surety for her, and the payment of rupees 20,000 as surety was difficult for Shanti. So in this, she is worried that what will happen to me, even though I'm innocent, what will happen to me? So she was worried. And we are also discussed about article. The police filed charge sheet, and once the charge sheet is filed, the statement of witness is taken, and the case goes to the court. And here, cadets, what is very important is we discussed about Article 22 of Indian Constitution. According to Article 22 of the Constitution, every person has a fundamental right to defend by lawyer, and Article 31 Clause A of Constitution place a duty upon the state to provide a lawyer to any citizen who is unable to engage the lawyer due to poverty or other disability. So it is a duty of the state to provide a lawyer to a person who is unable to engage a lawyer due to lack of income or the poverty or disability. So it's a duty of the government. So as a result, Shanti, you discussed about Shanti because she is a poor maid. So she was unable to arrange a lawyer. So the government, the court arranges a lawyer, and the lawyer who argues the case of on behalf of Shanti is called as defense lawyer. So here, defense lawyer and public prosecutor. Public prosecutor is a person who appears case on behalf of the state. So public prosecutor questions Shanti, and later, of course, defense lawyer cross-examine the witness. So advocate Roy examines Sushil and employer as a defense witness. Though their testimony, she is able to show rupees 10,000 pound could be very well earning of Shanti and Sushil. So what is very important which we discussed in this chapter is nothing but the lawyer could prove that whatever the money which they got from Shanti's trunk, that may be definitely a very well earning saving of both. So in this chapter, we discussed about lawyer, that is public prosecutor, defense lawyer, judge is involved, witness is involved, and so very important, the important people involved in the criminal justice system. So it is very clearly mentioned here. People involved in the criminal justice system, one is police, second public prosecutor, defense lawyer, and the judge. Each got a defined role to play. Each got a defined role to play. And as police got a defined role to play, public prosecutor got a defined role to play, defense lawyer got responsibility, and over and above, it is the work of a judge, to take care of entire proceedings in the court and ensures the fair trial. So hope things are clear, cadets. So in the criminal justice system, the major people who are involved in the criminal justice system, one is police, second is public prosecutor, third defense lawyer, and fourth judge. They're all involved in the system. What is the role of police in investigating a crime? One important function of police is to investigate any complaint about the commission of a crime. An investigation includes recordings of statement of witness and collecting different kinds of evidences. So it is a duty of a police to collect a witness and of course statement. On the basis of investigation, the police are required to form an opinion. If police think that evidence points to guilt of accused person, then they file charge sheet to the court. So filing of charge sheet is a work of a police. Filing of a charge sheet is a work of a police department. So police to decide whether person or guilty. Okay. So it's the judge to decide if the person is guilty or not. Now, Supreme Court has laid down guidelines that the police must follow at the time of arrest, that is detention and interrogation. The police are not allowed to torture or beat or shoot anyone during investigation. So it should be followed that Supreme Court according to the Supreme Court guidelines, the police must follow at the time of arrest. What are the things? One, detention and interrogation means if a person is arrested, that's called detention, and police are not supposed to torture or beat any person during the time of investigation. And very important, the Article 22 of the Constitution. What Article 22 ensures? One, the right to be informed at the time of arrest of the offense for which the person is being arrested. Second, the right to be presented before the magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. Third, the right not to be ill-treated or tortured during the arrest. Confessions made in the police custody cannot be used as an evidence. Confession means nothing but there may be a possibility that a person accepted that he has done a mistake because he may not be able to bear the torture given by the police. So that's why it's very confessions made in the police custody cannot be used as evidence against the accused. Boy under 15 years of age and women cannot be called to the police station only for questioning. So this cannot be done. So according to the Article 22 of Indian Constitution, it is very, very important that police should follow certain basic things. Moreover, the police official should carry out interrogation, should wear clear, accurate, and visible identification names and tags. Arrest warrant should be given at the time of date and arrest. The person arrested and detained or being interrogated has a right to inform a relative, friend, or well-wisher. When a friend or a relative lives outside the district, the time and place of arrest, the venue of custody must be notified by the police within 8 to 10 hours of his arrest. So it's a duty of a police department to inform about the arrest procedures to the concerned person, to his relatives, friends, or the family. Things are clear, cadets? Okay. Now let us understand what is the role of a public prosecutor. Public prosecutor means a lawyer who works on behalf of the government. A lawyer who works on behalf of the government is called a public prosecutor, and it is his or her role to defend the case on behalf of the government. So it is very clearly given, public prosecutor who represent interest of the state. The role of public prosecutor begins once the police has conducted investigation and filed the charge sheet in the court. So it is the role of the public prosecutor to undertake all these issues. Once the charge sheet is filed in the court, he or she has no role to play till the investigation, but public prosecutor should present case on behalf of the state. And it is her duty to act impartially and present full and material facts, witness, and evidences to in front of the floor of court. So public prosecutor is nothing but the person who works on behalf of the government is called public prosecutor. Now what is the role of a judge? Judge is like an umpire in a game, conducts the trial impartially and in an open court. The judge hears all the witness and any other evidences presented by the prosecution and the defense. The judge decides whether the accused person is guilty or innocent on the basis of evidences presented and in accordance with the law. So it is a role of a judge to conduct investigation in a very systematic way. Then coming to what we discussed about fair trial. Fair trial is nothing but every accused person should be given enough opportunity to produce his to prove his innocence. Okay, now what happened in the case of Shanti? In the case of Shanti, in the initial days, it was really unfair because why? The S.I. Rao, he decided that Shanti, she is a guilty, and because of shady or because of partial way of investigation, she was under the she faced the problem. But later, advocate, the lawyer understood that Shanti should be given a defense lawyer so that she can defend her case. Now, the trial was held in open court. Open court is a place where normal court proceedings happen, where the trial is happened in front of public. Her brother and others could attend the hearing, so it is called a open court. I discussed that there are two types of court. One is open court and closed court. If the case is very sensitive, I gave an example. If a terrorist is arrested, most of the time, if there is a problem or a threat for his life, then it will be closed court. Otherwise, open court. So Shanti's lawyer, advocate, got an opportunity to cross-examine the prosecution witness. So here, it is very important. The entire proceeding should be done in a very, very fair manner. So here what happened in Shanti's case, the defense lawyer, she could cross-examine the witness and she could establish that Shanti is innocent. So as a result, she was released from the police custody, as well as the S.I. Rao was the judge. He remarked that S.I. Rao's investigation was not done in a proper way. That's the reason why Shanti could suffer because of the shoddy investigation done by S.I. Rao. So this is the what we are studied in the chapter Understanding Criminal Justice System. In this particular chapter, please remember in detail what are the aspects which you have to do. One, you should understand what is a criminal justice system, what is FIR, role of public prosecutor, role of defense lawyer, role of a judge, and what is fair trial, and cross-examine the witness. All important topics we should reader understand. One question which is discussed in this chapter is about the functions or the role of all these following staff. That is police, public prosecutor, defense lawyer, and the judge. So this is the revision of the chapter Understanding Criminal Justice System, which is a part of your syllabus for the examination. Okay. Take care. Wish you a wonderful day. Read the chapter in detail so that you can understand the concept in a very, very clear manner. Go through the topics once again if you are not understood certain topics. Because these are all terminologies like public prosecutor, defense lawyer, fair trial, judge, cross-examine, witness, all these things. There are terms related to the legal procedure course. Thank you. It's a wonderful day. Thank you very much.